Hey y'all, it's Katie. Welcome back to From My Vanity and welcome to another Shop My Stash, this time for April. I always get super excited to do these videos, but before we do dive in, I do want to give a little review on the ring light that I've been using for a while. I told you guys in this video, I'll go ahead and link it up here because I can't remember exactly when, so let's just go ahead and jump into that super quick. Alright, so I'm recording this on my phone with Gideon in the background, so we'll see how this goes, but I just wanted to give a quick little review of the Geekoto, I think that's how you pronounce it, ring light that they sent. So I feel like I've gotten enough use out of this to be able to give you guys a well-rounded review of it because it is pretty expensive. I think this one to fit the DSLR was like $119. They did send this to me free in exchange for showing it on my channel, and I already did that, but I did want to come back and just give you guys some thoughts if you were considering this, kind of giving you my thoughts on it after using it a whole bunch and kind of like my little issues with it, I guess, because I feel like my review of this, if I were to give it a star rating, would be like 3 stars. I think it's an okay product. My biggest critique that I have for this, and the reason I would give it the 3 stars instead of like, I would say if this wasn't an issue, I'd probably give it like 4.5, if not 5 stars. And I should clarify, this is coming from someone who has never owned a ring light. So in my experience, I think this is fairly good. But this issue with this little guy here that attaches your camera to the ring light is why I give it 3 stars. And basically it's because like, while this is a little hard to screw it on and get it really tight on my DSLR, it is fairly easy and I do get it done. Like I do get it tight enough for my camera not to wobble. My issue is then trying to attach this, which is like, see that little screw right there? This is supposed to catch around this lip right here, like so. Let's see if I can do this one-handed here. And then you tighten it on from here, and then that's how you get it tight. But the problem is that because your DSLR is so heavy, and this is on a ball that like moves around, I find that my camera is like slowly tilting either to the side or kind of going forward or something like that. And I feel like I'm always having to tighten it, always having to straighten it back out. And it gets 10 times worse if I ever want to take my ring light and tilt it downward to like look into a drawer. So when I'm doing my Shop My Stash, hi Gideon. So anyway, whenever I have to tilt my ring light down, this ball will just let my camera, and because I think it is because it's on this ball and I just can't get it tight enough because this tiny screw is so hard to tighten when it's on this right here because it's like running into this little mechanism right here. It's just very hard to get it set securely, and as soon as I kind of tilt it forward to do my Shop My Stashes, my camera just starts going like woo down and I have to stick something underneath my camera to hold it up. So that is my biggest issue with this. If you have any recommendations for an attachment I can get that isn't this little ball thingy, or let me know, maybe this Geekoto is just like the norm, this is what they use. Let me know that, because like I said, this is my first ring light I've ever gotten. I know there are like, there's a Diva ring light I feel like a lot of people who are into makeup have, and then there's the Neewer light. I don't know, does the Neewer light attach to the DSLR like this? Because I just find this very annoying to work with, and honestly makes me kind of dread having to pull this out, because I know if I need to tilt my camera anywhere, it's just gonna start to fall or list to the side, and I have to spend so long getting it super tight. So anyway, but that honestly is the biggest downfall to this, that, or like biggest critique I can give for this ring light. Otherwise, like I said, it's a really nice ring light. I love how bright it gets. I love the option of making it more cool, more warm. This little thing right here to tilt it is fairly easy to do. I do have to make sure I tighten it really, really well when I tilt it forward because this ring light is so heavy. I don't want it to fall forward. So I've had that happen a couple times where I didn't tighten it enough and it just kind of went down. Scared me, but everything was okay. So anyway, that is basically my critique. Everything else about this ring light I like and I'll continue to use. I don't mind pulling it out for once a month. It's a little bit of annoying, but I figured out how to make it work. But I just want to come back and give you guys a bit of a review in case you guys are someone, you know, who has a channel who could use a ring light or whatnot, just to give you some thoughts on the quality of the Geekoto ring light. I'll have a link down below if you want to see it. But yeah, that is my little review, but I figured this might be helpful for you to hear so that you can go watch, you know, reviews for those other ring lights and kind of compare from this review, if that makes sense at all. But anyway, I just want to give you that little review. Let's hop back into the Shop My Stash. Okay, so now jumping back into it, if you guys missed it, I have already shared my monthly makeup reviews, which I can go ahead and link up here, where I've reviewed most of the products that I Shop My Stash for in March, and any palettes that I picked out in March to try and test out this past month are in this video right up here, my palette Palooza for March, so you are welcome to go over there and check those out if you want to see all the other products, because as you can see, this little everyday makeup tower is a little empty, and that's because once I review them in those 2 videos, I go ahead and stick them back into my collection. So today we're just going to go through all of these drawers and just cover what is in them, if they're staying, if they're going back, what the case is. So let's just jump right into that. All right, first things first, we have a couple items in here. This is a mascara from 100% Pure. I got in my Kinder Beauty box, still testing it out. And here I have two glitter liquid eyeshadows that I just have not had enough time to use. So I just figured I'd keep them in and try them one more month and hopefully get a review up this next month. Bad Gal Bang I'm gonna leave in there one more month. It's pretty much almost dry, but I just wanna use it up and, you know, get some good use out of it. I find it an okay mascara. I just haven't used it enough by itself to give a thorough review. It's just kind of been a mascara I use in addition to something else. But I mean, I think I do like it. I think it gives a nice volume. And then this is a black gel liner from Avon that I've just been using. I really do like it, but I'm going to put it away and grab something else for this month. Moving on into the face drawer. Let's see. This little guy right here, this was a Clinique foundation. I went to put it on my face one day, but I'm pretty sure it's gone bad because it smells horrendous. So I promptly washed my face and I'm going to throw this in the garbage now. These are all the primers that I used this past month. I'm going to put them all away and just get something new. I do think with these two, because they're both supposed to be pore filling, this Dermalogica and Dr. Brandt. I think I like the Dr. Brandt one more, the Pores No More. There's something to that, but I'm not giving a thorough review saying like, oh my gosh, yes, you need it, but I do think it's just a step above most pore filling primers. I do think it's nice, but I'm going to put them all back and get something new. I pulled the Urban Decay All Nighter foundation back out to try, and I gave it 2 tries, and I just didn't really like how it looked full coverage, but not only did it look full coverage, it also felt really heavy on my face, and I didn't like how it started to break down. I just feel like now I have so many full coverage foundations in my collection that I like a lot more than this one, that I've kind of grown out of love with this, so I am going to go ahead and declutter this out of my collection and pass it along to maybe one of my sisters could use it. I had the YLS concealer. This is a nice one. I don't think it gives a lot of coverage. It creases, but it's an okay concealer. I'm just kind of keeping it in my collection to use it up, but I'm going to put it back and get something new for this month. And last up to go through this drawer, I had this little Fenty foundation. I brought it for a week when I went down to Florida, and I wasn't a fan of it, but I was also like busy doing things, so I wasn't really focusing on my makeup, so I want to try it a little bit more while I am here at home and I can actually kind of concentrate on my makeup more and how my foundation's laying. I want to give it more of a try. Same for the ColourPop. I really only use this as an eyeshadow base, and I wasn't a fan of it for that. I felt like it was too difficult to blend out and get it to set on my eyes. I feel like my Makeup Forever, I had a much easier time, or Makeup Forever, Makeup Revolution, but I'm going to keep this in my drawer because I want to compare it to the Makeup Revolution one, and I also want to try this on my under eyes because I did not do that. I think I only tried it for my under eyes a handful of times, so I want to give it more of a go for an under eye concealer and then also compare it to the Makeup Revolution one to see if I like it for my eyes or not. But just using it this past month, I wasn't a fan of it for you know, an eyeshadow base. But anyway, keeping these two. I only have the Baby Bat Beauty liquid lipsticks that I bought left in my lipstick drawer. I just didn't get around to trying these, so these are staying in there for another month. Hopefully we'll have a review next month. This Appeal liquid eyeshadow is from Boxycharm, so that's staying in here, but all of this, let's pull it out. This mascara and brow pencil I was just pulling out to use again. I am going to put this in my empties and then put this back in my drawer and just get something new. And then all 3 of these I had in my drawer to test out this month, but I just didn't feel like I used it enough to get a solid review, so these are staying in for another month. Alright, we got a really full drawer here. This is from Boxycharm staying in. I will give my review in the next Boxycharm video, but let's see, all of this is going back into the drawers that I pulled them from. Oh, except for this little guy, I am going to declutter him. I got this as a freebie from Ulta, and I just think I am too dark for this because it just looks way too white on my face, but it is, you know, a nice looking highlight. Like, it's pretty reflective, but it's just, it's too white. Like, see the white cast? So maybe if you were lighter, but for me this just doesn't work, so I am decluttering this. Oh, and I forgot about this little guy, but I didn't use him at all this past month because I was using the Kaja cream highlighter, so I'll keep this in another month. Oh, and then real quick with these two, I put these two in my drawer to compare the two because I love this one so much. I was curious how it would compare to the Butter Bronzer. Now this is the Butter Bronzer from the original launch. This is just called Bronzer, so they do have deeper shades of this, but one thing I noticed is that this is just like a very pale version of this, except that I feel like you can never quite contour to the degree that I can with this one, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like I can use this as a really sharp contour, but even though I pack it on, I feel like this never gets to the contour that this one can get. But with that said, if I'm just wanting to lightly bronze with this one does it, and without having to be as careful, if that makes sense, because I feel like the Butter Bronzer, you can really pack it on and not go overboard, but you can definitely go overboard with the Milani. So they both have their pros and cons, but I'm still in love with this one. All right, last drawer. These two I was testing out, but I didn't get to use them enough to get a solid review, so they're staying in another month. This is going back in. I did enjoy using it. This I'm going to keep in one more month, and I'm going to grab another powder to compare. I feel like since trying, you know, other under eye powders that I just feel like are so light on my face, I feel like like the airspun is a little heavy, but I still do enjoy it for setting just like my foundation. But I feel like for setting my under eyes, I'm not as crazy about it anymore. But it is a nice, affordable, you know, powder. But anyway, I'm gonna leave this in here, leave these two in here, put this one back. All right, and I think that's it. This is the palette that you guys voted on. In my last Shop My Stash, I asked which of the two Profusion palettes you thought I should try, and this one definitely went out, but I just didn't get a chance to try it last month, so it's staying here, as is the lip mask that I never ended up trying, so hopefully this month I will. But yeah, with that all empty, let's go ahead and jump over to my new makeup and pick out some new products to try and test out this month. All right, so here we are with my new makeup to try and test out. Let's head into the foundation or the face drawer. All right, first up, I have a couple declutters. I wanted to declutter all of these from my drawer to test out just because I'm not that big into setting spray, so I don't feel a point of having this many. I think I have like 4 or 3 open right now, and that's enough for me. So I'm gonna declutter these, probably put this in a giveaway, maybe put these 2 on Poshmark, which by the way, I get questions whenever I talk about decluttering and mention my Poshmark. My Poshmark closet is Lady Katie in 92 if you wanna follow me on there. I always have it down in the description box, but I always get asked. So yeah, my closet over there if you wanna shop is Lady Katie 92. I'm also gonna declutter these 2 just because I don't think I'll ever get to use this, just because I have a small one and I have so many concealers open right now. I'm gonna put this in a giveaway. I got it recently from It Cosmetics, and I figured I'll just put it in a giveaway so it doesn't go bad. And then this number 7 airbrush away, I'm gonna put on my Poshmark. I'm just not gonna get around to it, and I don't think it's a foundation I'll like, so I'm gonna go ahead and resell it. I did get it from Walgreens. But moving on to products I do wanna try. This is the CoverGirl Pore Minimizing Primer. I tried this on the back of my hand this morning, and it seems like an interesting type of pore minimizer, so I wanna test it out. And then this Makeup Forever Step 1 Mattifying Primer, I just wanted to test out. I remember going through a travel size and loving it, so I wanna pull this out, especially as we get into summer and spring and the warmer months. I got a supersize of the Conceal and Define concealer from Makeup Revolution. I want to compare this against the ColourPop. I also saw that Catrice has Transforming Drop, so I got it during a sale, and I'm really curious to try this out and see how well it does at lightening and if it changes the formula of the foundation at all. And there we go, just a couple of products left in there. I like that much more than how it was looking in here, but these will be for a later date. This is for the summer. Hopefully I'll match it, but anyway, that's it for this drawer. All right, moving on to the eye drawer. I do want to talk about some stuff I'm decluttering. I went through the drawer this morning, and these were just either repeats or just products I'm not going to get around to. So if you are curious, I'm probably going to do these 3 right here in a bundle because they were ones I purchased or got free with a purchase. So I'm just going to pass those on to someone on Poshmark who might want them. And then this I'm probably going to include in a future giveaway. It's the It Cosmetics Brow Power. I really do like it, but I have a ton of brow products right now, and they're coming out with Brow Power Fully, which I reviewed in my monthly makeup for March. So I don't know if they're phasing this out, but I figured I should get rid of it or pass it along to someone before it goes bad. I think I've had this about 6 or so months, maybe less, but it's been within the last year, so I'll include that in the future giveaway. So all this decluttering. All right, but moving along into things I am going to try, these magnetic lashes. I want to try these magnetic lashes. Oh, and I totally forgot, but I also got the lash liner system. I bought their lash and liner kit. I'll go ahead and stick a picture here. It's down in the kitchen right now, but I just got it this morning, so that is also going into my drawers to try this month. These 2 low quads are also going to be tested out this month. I have a first impressions coming on this. I did do a look with it already. That should be up in the next week or so. And then I want to compare this to the old formula. Let me know if you'd like to see a video like side-by-side comparison because they did reformulate it. This is the Lid Glitz by Black Radiance. It looks like a Stila dupe, so I picked it up because I'm really curious to try it out, and it was in a more unique color than what I have. I also have done a first impressions of this. That'll hopefully be coming up in the next week or so, but yeah, gonna test this out. I'm really curious about this Aqua Seal from Makeup Revolution as like a glitter glue, so I just want to try it and kind of expand my glitter glue knowledge because I've only ever tried 2. I'm always curious about eyeshadow primers, so I picked this one up from Catrice. It's a matte version. And then I'm gonna pull these 2 mascaras to test out this month. I forget if that's the brand, I think it is, and then this CoverGirl Lash Blast Active Mascara. These are all pencil gel liners that I got in a makeup swap last fall, and then also a brow pencil. I'm just gonna pull them out and see if I can get some use out of them. I feel like I don't use these tones very much, so that's why they've been sitting here, but I was looking at them today and I was like, Katie, you just need to like use them and see if you like them. So I'm gonna pull all this in. And last up, I saw this from Catrice. It's a HD Liquid Coverage Precision Concealer. Someone shared on Instagram saying that this is good for cut creases because it's so precise. So of course, you know, I was curious and I'm really curious to try it out. All right, and that'll be it for this drawer for this month. All right, last up for the new products I'm gonna try out. I'm going to be decluttering this just because I don't need it, and it is a nice brand new little bundle here. I'll probably just put it on my Poshmark. That way, someone who maybe doesn't go to Sephora or got this as a birthday gift can at least get these colors because they are really pretty and all that. I picked up 2 more of these Super Stays by Maybelline because I have 2 of them and I was actually using them with my Riviera palette and I was really liking them, so I wanted to pick up more from the formula and just kind of get a well-rounded opinion on these. I always hear the Thataylaa talk about this red one and I wanted to get a more nudish shade. This is from that same brand, X Lash. This is X Lips. It's supposed to be a plumper instant lip plumping balm. And last up, I just pulled this, not gonna lie, I was going through my giveaway drawer and I saw this shade and I thought it went bad because I saw that line. So I swatched it and it's still good. It hadn't dried out at all. I guess it just kind of separates after setting there for a while. But anyway, since I swatched it, I'm going to now keep it and it's a pretty brown. Okay, so now moving on to where I keep my eyeshadow palettes that I need to try out. Let's pick out some for this month. Oh, also I forgot, but I'm going to declutter this. I know it's coming up yellow, but this is actually a single from Stilazzi that's in like a peachy orange. It's just really distorted right now. I got this in an order from friends, but after getting it, like I thought it would be more of a true orange, but it's a different type of orange, so I'm just going to declutter. I don't need more singles right now, especially in this tone. I just feel like I wouldn't use it often, so this is also going to go on my Poshmark. First one I'm really excited to get into is the Urban Decay Born to Run. They did send this over. One of the shadows got a little, this one and this one, I guess 2 of them got a little cracked, but still good, and I'm really curious to give this a try. I also have this Midas Cosmetics La Dolce Vita palette. I've already got a first impressions up on my YouTube channel. I'll go ahead and link that up here, but I'm excited to play with this month. Alright, so that's all I'm going to pull for palettes this month just because I have those 2 quads and that Profusion palette still from last month. Let's go ahead and go up and pick out the rest of the products. Alright, so I'm so sorry about that glare. It annoys me so much, but let's go ahead and pick out the other products. First up, let's go ahead and do this. I want to bring back my Menagerie Cosmetics Feral palette. I'm so excited about the Whale Song palette that I just pre-ordered, and I want to get some more love out of this one, so pulling this as my kind of extra palette that's I don't have to test, but I can just have fun and play with on random days. Okay, so for foundations, I'm going to be pulling all of these. These 2 right here, I have not used in so long, and I'm curious to see if I still like them, and then these 2 were favorites of mine last year, so I want to just get some more use out of them and revisit them. So yeah, all of these, since I really don't have any foundations I need to test, I'm just going to have fun with my old foundations. Same with my concealers. I just want to pull out some of the ones that I have. I don't really have any to test, so I'm going to have fun with these. I noticed that when I'm not testing a product, I like to have a lot of variety of my stuff I've already tested out, so hence why I'm picking out so many. But yeah, gonna try and just get some good use out of all these this month. For powder, since I still have those other products, the 3 other powders or types of powders in my drawer, I'm just going to grab this one from Rimmel and try it against the Coty. For contour, I want to grab my Milani once again, and I want to compare it against the Laura Geller Beached, what is this called? Beach Matte Baked Bronzer in Siesta Medium. They just kind of remind me of the same thing, so I want to see which I like more, if this is a good alternative to this one, that sort of thing. And also, just because this is so old, I'm going to bring this back into my rotation and give this some good love this month. Maybe I can get closer to hit and pan, but this is the Chocolate Soleil from Too Faced. For blushes, I'm going to grab my 2 Flower blushes, one from Flower and one from Milani. And then for highlighter, I'm going to grab my Lorac in Daylight and my Makeup Forever, and I think it's just O2. I don't really know the name. I can never tell, but this highlighter here. And you know what? I'm going to grab my Hard Candy highlighter as well, just in case I'm feeling like an icy highlight one day. For brows, I'm going to grab my Thrive Cosmetics Brow Gel, or it's Instant Brow Fix. And then I'm gonna just grab these 2 mascaras because they're a bit older in my collection, and I like this one for plumping, so gonna get some good use out of them this month. And also, just while we're here, here are the other 2 lipsticks. The Super Stay Matte Ink from Maybelline. I had Dreamer and Romantic. Okay, so you know what? I think I'm good. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I feel like I do this every single month, but if it's necessary for my makeup routine, I'll just grab it and go with it. But let's go ahead and go on over to my everyday makeup drawer and put the things away. Oh, really quick, these are all products that I reviewed in my monthly makeup for March, but I forgot to tell you guys that I am going to be decluttering them. I'm not going to keep them in my collection. This is the Flower Beauty Pop Fanatic. This is the Physicians Formula dupe for the Benefit They're Real push-up liner. I forget what it's called. And then this is the It Cosmetics Brow Power Full. Oh yeah, this is the one. If you want to see my reviews, full reviews on any of these, you can go check that video out. But obviously wasn't crazy about them because I'm going to declutter them from my collection. Alright, there we go. That didn't take too long. I still feel like I'm forgetting something, but I can't think of it, so we're just going to keep on rolling. Let's go ahead and go through all of the drawers, and we'll round out this video. So this drawer is so full that this keeps wanting to roll out of here, but yeah, I got a lot of stuff in this drawer, some old, some new, but I am excited to give it a go. Always my absolute favorite drawer. This is the eyeshadow drawer. This is chock full. I got a lot of glitters to try out this month, so hopefully I can stay on top of my game. Tons of primers and foundations, but a lot of old products that I'm just pulling back out and getting some good use out of and seeing if I want to keep in my collection. Quite a few lipsticks in here this month. I'm excited. I really want to get to these Baby Bat Beauty, but the other ones I'm looking forward to trying out too. This drawer is a little bit weird because it has that one product from Boxycharm, but everything else is concealer. Lots of concealer choices this month. This drawer is also a little awkward because of that Cover FX palette, but once again, once I do my Boxycharm video, that'll go back into my collection. But these, I got a lot of options for bronzing, blush, and highlight. And last up, my more boring drawer, but this is my powders, loose and pressed face powders. Oh, and I almost forgot, I still have this pressed glitter palette from GLF Cosmetics. I have not had a chance to try it out yet, mostly just because this month has been so busy and I just had so many other types of eyeshadows to try out and I had a tough time with. I never got around to being able to put some glitter on because I was wanting to see the palettes by themselves. But anyway, leaving this here once again for another month. Hopefully, maybe this month I'll get a chance to try some. And then of course up there at the top, I just put the magnetic lashes. I actually put them down in a drawer during the week. It's like the drawer right here, but I just put them there and I have to go get the lash liner system lashes and put all that away. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the products that I'm going to be trying out this month. Let me know what you think. Per usual, let me know what products you really want to see a review on. If you saw any products that I picked out that you'd really like to see a first impressions video on, definitely let me know that too, because I can definitely do that if I'm able to squeeze that into my schedule. But yeah, anyway, with all that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this week of uploads. I posted every day, Monday through Friday. Today is my final day for the week, and I posted in the evening, so definitely leave me feedback down below. How did you like seeing a video from me every day, and how did you like it going up in the evening? I would love to hear your guys' feedback on that. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun trying to get a video up for you guys every single day. But yeah, with all this said, I'm going to go ahead and go now. Thank you guys so much for watching once again, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye guys.